Okay, welcome back for the Moto2 race of the evening at the Red Bull Ring. Any predictions here, Garrett?
Man, I don't know. Phobia had some really good pace, so I think it's between Phobia and One Handed for me.
Well, starting here on one-handed, what we'll call an okay start. Although looking pretty good through turn one there.
Stock Hazard jumps the start, dives into the long lap penalty lane. That's one attempt through. Does not complete it, but he did attempt the first one. D Veritech cuts the chicane hard. Now this is what we expect to happen as always. Nightcrawl wants to get out front, go full power, put a huge gap between him and second place, and then try to manage. The thing that he's going to have to worry about here is One Handed has made it through the group unscathed this time, and he is not going to allow Nightcrawl to go into power mode 1 the entirety of the race, so that he's got a bunch of fuel left over. Now remember, this track is thirsty. So you really got to be paying attention to your fuel in this one. The gauge is a little bit messed up. Thanks, Milestone. And you got to be watching the bar and not, plus or minus on the fuel like the percentages show.
Right, right. And I think this is a good position for somebody like one-handed. Pretty analytical guy. I think he's going to be looking at that. I don't think he's going to get caught up in the emotion of chasing Nightcrawl. So I suspect we're going to see him be able to go the distance. How hard he's going to be able to push Nightcrawl is really the question.
Yeah, I think just his presence is going to be enough. I mean, from my understanding, he has not gotten much practice in. I mean, he's got some natural ability, and he's able to run quickly. But you look for that inconsistency to be an issue because he hasn't practiced as much.
Who's that, Nightcrawl?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. If you're not practicing, you're not ready for, if something happens, your reaction time's slower, right?
Absolutely.
So if you're used to the front, maybe the front wants to tuck in a certain corner, and it starts to happen with enough practice, you might be able to recover from that. Whereas if not, you go like, oh shit, I lost the front, and that's it. So I think just one-handed being behind him is going to be a lot of pressure. And I'm not sure that he can do it. Also, with these two, if they start scrapping, Phobia is going to come back into this fight just naturally. And we've got a good fight going on towards the back too. You've got Fast Raj 2 playing and Phobia all within a second of each other.
Let's take a look at those guys then. Because Whispers, I thought, was doing a little dance, but not quite. 9 laps. God, I forget how short this track is.
It's a very quick track for sure. One-handed had a better final sector. He's closed the gap down to 1/10. Headed into turn 1.
Not able to make the pass.
Oh, he's going to make it coming out of 1, though.
There he goes.
And he sure does. And that's those little things. Nightcrawl had that pressure. He went a little deep into turn 1, and one-handed was on him.
He's just got to stay consistent and lead the race from up there. If he starts pushing too hard, he's going to run out of fuel. But kind of like we discussed, I don't think he's going to fall for that trap.
No, I mean, you look at this now, though. What happened? Phobia is already down to 1 second. So he shaved off 8/10 there, partly because of that overtaking and that infighting between the front two. But he's also quick, so he's doing a little bit of this work on his own. Down to 7/10 now. Back from Nightcrawl. Nightcrawl's falling off a little bit at 5/10 back. Well, we got a moment here. I'll go through this. Nightcrawl, I'm sorry, one-handed is running medium front, soft rear. Nightcrawl running the same. Phobia is running medium hard, so there's a possibility he has better tire at the end. Oh, Nightcrawl dive up the inside going into the penultimate corner.
A little bit of
and he
a
leads.
interesting line, though.
He leads onto the start-finish straight.
Turn 1 looks a little tight here. Oh, there he goes. Nightcrawl is out.
Told you, those mistakes can't happen. He lost the front going into turn 1, right at the apex, and that's dropped him back into 5th place. And look at what happened. Now you've got Phobia and One-Handed fighting for it. Phobia did, I think, a little spook there. He dropped back from about 4/10 to 1.3 seconds from One-Handed.
Having to dodge some motorcycles there.
Yeah, I mean, Nightcrawl was off track. He was clearly out of the way, but you never know what the bike's going to do. Thanks, Milestone. So probably felt like he had to dodge, but look, he's already closed it back in 3/10. He's right on One-Handed's tail. So One-Handed's just got to manage this race now. And you've got Two Plane, Fast Raj, and Nightcrawl all within 1.2 seconds of each other here. 3rd through 5th, the battle for 3rd place is about to ensue.
These boys are looking strong. They're definitely doing well here. Just Stock Hazard is having one hell of a night, isn't he?
Absolutely. He did complete one of those long laps though, so he had the jump start. He cleared one of the long laps, so obviously at this point we're not going to require him to complete the long lap. He's already made 2 attempts at least. But
I mean, the guy's trying. I'm certainly
he
not
is
trying to give him a
absolutely.
hard time.
No, not at all. Just want to help the viewers understand how we kind of decide things. Phobia takes turn 1 from One-Handed and gets the drive out
there as an answer.
That's okay. He said, "Here, hold my bodywork paint." Gives him a little touch. I'm gonna start going back through tires really quick. Two Plane is ballsy as hell. He's running soft. Fast Raj also on the soft compound. Their tires are, man, front tires at like 50% almost already for both of these guys. Whisper's running soft as well, and Divertech medium soft, and Stock Hazard medium soft.
Yeah, soft front is a decision for sure. I think that's the nice
Yeah,
way to put it.
I'm a little curious with this One-Handed Phobia thing, if One-Handed let him by, or if he's content to just sit behind and watch Phobia's lines and then try to make a move towards the end to take it at the last moment from Phobia.
I mean, again, we know Al, we know One-Handed. He's a bit of an analytical guy, right? So I think that is certainly an option that he's just going to say, okay, let's see what we can see here, and wait for him to make a mistake, or wait to see where he's weak, and strike there.
I gotta be honest, I think we've got the answer already. Phobia is spreading this gap out to a second almost, and I think the problem is tires. You know, Phobia is running that hard rear, and One-Handed is running that soft rear. Oh no, we've got Divertech dropped. Oh, everybody dropped.
Nope, the game crashed.
Thanks, Milestone.
Ah, Milestone.
So
what lap were we on?
I want to say 5, so
Over halfway.
yeah, we could call it, or we can restart with a 3-lap sprint with fuel and everything off.
Well, let's do this. Let's put you gentlemen to and ladies, to a quick break. We will hash it out here in race direction, and we'll come back with an answer.
Yeah, we'll put a timer on it.
Okay, bye. Okay, guys, after some discussions in race direction here, I think we've come up with a plan to call the Moto2 race where it was. I believe we were on lap 6 at the end there, and we feel that is sufficient for the race, and starting a quick little 3-race sprint would not have been fair to the guys. So, Garrett, what are our final standings for that race?
Yeah, so at the end of lap 5, which was the last lap we completed, the order was Phobia in first place, One-Handed in second, Two Plane in third, Nightcrawl in fourth, Fast Raj in fifth, P Veritech in sixth, Whisper seventh, and Stock Hazard eighth. And then we had a disconnect from Jix Rage, putting him at ninth.
Well, congratulations to all the racers. Of course, feel terrible for you guys with that disconnect, but thanks, Milestone. Not necessarily how it should have gone, but thanks, Milestone.
You can't see me right now, but I'm giving you the pasta fingers, Milestone.
They push the game not hard enough.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I know we're going to go back to break really quick before we start this next race, but this happens every single time any of the esports shit goes on. Every single time they're doing esports stuff right now, with Milestone and Dorna and whatnot, like the actual guys, and they're doing the Rising Star stuff. Every time they start some new esports thing, we have struggles.
Yeah,
it's happened like that every year for 3 years. There's always some bullshit excuse from some nobody who doesn't know what they're talking about, but that is my legitimate opinion about it.
Well, we see it both with the esports and with a release of a new game.
Yeah.
They're clearly giving resources to not regular players / us.
Yeah, for sure. When the new games come out, you see the support pulled from the previous game. And usually it's like 2 months before the new game releases, it's like they start porting over, but the game's not fucking out yet. So again, pasta fingers, thank you, Milestone, we appreciate you.
Bippity boopity, fix your game in a doopity. Ha. Ha. Anyway,
right.
Before I get strung up on the internet for that hate crime, we'll be back with our MotoGP main. Thank you guys for hanging around, and we will be back shortly.